But some big news coming in this morning. I completely missed it. I've got to put my hands up and say I did a Timo Werner. I missed this, and I don't know why I missed it, but I did. So Ben Jacobs has basically said this. Arsenal have had fresh contact for Cunha, with debate within the club over making a move. There is a new meeting scheduled between Arsenal sporting director Berta and Cunha's camp. Newcastle are also still in the race. What the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here? What the hell is going on here? Like, I'm sorry, forgive me, but I'm still labouring under the here we go soon story from 2 weeks ago. I'm still labouring under Cunha wants Man United. What do you mean he's having talks with Arsenal? What the hell? What the hell was all that all about? Goes on to say Man United are still viewed as the front runners for Cunha and talks over terms are set to continue in the next few days. Cunha has already agreed to the sporting project and discussions over financials are ongoing. He wants to decide his next club before the season ends. I'm not having this. I tell you what, if this turns into another bloody Griezmann, I'm going to lose it. I'm going to absolutely lose it. Get the bloody deal done. I'm not having Cunha like being, yeah, wants to come to Man United, doesn't care about Champions League football, wants to be part of the project, wants to come to Man United, and then, oh, he's off to Arsenal. We're not doing this. We're not doing this. And this is what I mean about thin ice. You win the Europa League, you sign Cunha, we'll talk about Gyökeres in a minute, happy days. You lose the Europa League, Cunha goes to Arsenal, Gyökeres goes to Arsenal, and we're, So, look, I can only give you the news. Some people are saying it's a load of BS. Hopefully it is, but that is there, and I missed it last night because obviously we were very busy. But that came in at about 6:30 last night. It's on the MUFC MPB page. It's from Ben Jacobs. Arsenal are going to hold talks and are considering making a move for Cunha. They were very close to doing something with him in January. Hello everybody, today's clip is supported by Sleeper. Before we dive in, let me tell you a bit more about Sleeper. This app is making serious waves. It was the #1 downloaded sports app in the US during the NFL season, even beating heavyweights such as ESPN and Yahoo. Sleeper isn't just popular, it's because they truly deliver the best fantasy experience. You get deeper customization, more league options, and all the bells and whistles that make managing your fantasy team a blast. But that's not all. Sleeper is growing a fantastic community with several million people using it daily for their sports fix. Sleeper has a broad appeal and is genuinely built for everyone. So, if you're looking to up your fantasy game, make sure to check out Sleeper by clicking the link in the video description. Trust me, you won't regret it. Look, I can give you two scenarios here. Worst case scenario, Arsenal had said they're not interested, so Cunha decided he was going to Man United. Now Arsenal are interested, he pricks his ear up and goes, that's where I really want to go. Best case scenario, he just wants to come to Man United no matter what. He's going to listen to other offers because that helps him go back to Man United and say, they're offering me this, are you going to offer me more? And you're basically just trying to get your best wage, but you want to go to Man United. They are the two scenarios. I'm not going to tell you what I think's happening here because I don't want to be the prat that goes, I don't think he cares about Arsenal, he wants to come to Man United. I hope that's the case, and I hope that's the update we're going to get. Look, in fairness, pretty much everybody is saying that. But you can't dispute the fact that that is a story coming out about Arsenal holding talks with Cunha. And we've got no divine right to say, why are you having talks with Arsenal? Why are you having talks with Newcastle? If I was an agent, I would have those talks just to see what they've got to say. But yeah, maybe it's not the open goal we thought it was. Maybe there is a little bit of maneuverability here, but it can only be enhanced by us winning this game in 2 weeks. I think all roads go to Bilbao, and I think if you win, there's nothing Arsenal can really say. There's nothing Newcastle can really say because we're in the Champions League as well. So it all comes back to that, doesn't it? But am I concerned about that this morning? I'm more concerned about Spurs in 2 weeks, to be honest with you, because if we don't win the Champions League, we might pull out the deal anyway. Sorry, if we don't win the Europa League, we might pull out the deal anyway. But Yeah, I suppose what I will say is it was about 2 weeks ago when we were told here we go is going to be coming very, very soon. And we're 2 weeks later. I don't class that as very soon. I'm sorry. And this is why when people say something's close or, it's getting really close, I'd rather people said in the next week. Because 2 weeks ain't very close in my book. It isn't. So what's going on? Were we led up the garden path a little bit? Look, his release clause doesn't kick in till the end of the season, but that doesn't mean we can't get a deal agreed. Sal says, the only player who scares me is Onana. He's lost 2 finals, says Sal. Look, we've got to be careful of Superman in the final, haven't we? I mean, is it a bird? Is it a plane? No, it's Onana going with 2 hands for a shot. He should go with 1. But we've got to build these players up. That's what we've got to do. We've got to build these players up for the final because the best we've got. Onana has to be the goalkeeper in the final. Has to be the goalkeeper in the final, of course. The second story I wanted to bring you was coming in from the Telegraph yesterday, and it effectively said that in relation to Gyökeres, Victor Gyökeres is expected to prioritise a move to Arsenal over Manchester United. Gyökeres has told Amorim he would consider joining United only if he is guaranteed Champions League football. That came in from the Telegraph yesterday evening before the game as well. I think that, look, I don't have a problem with this. I think we've got it as our sort of title, Gyökeres' transfer message. I think some people tried to twist this because of what Amorim said a couple of weeks ago about we only want players who want to play for Manchester United, not players who want to play in the Champions League. And we had a bit of a back and forth on this. I genuinely don't care. I don't think there are many players out there that are going, look at what Trent's done with Liverpool. Like, I don't think there are many players out there now that are going, I don't care whether Man United are in a relegation battle. I just want to play for Man United. We're Manchester United. There's not many players like that. So I think it's unfair to sort of twist the fan base into we shouldn't want players if they want to play in the Champions League. As I say, for me, if I'm Gyökeres and I'm looking at Man United or Arsenal, I want to go to Man United. But if Man United lose that Europa League final, I look at the next 3 years and I go, that club's fucked. I'll go to Arsenal. I understand that. I don't think that's a mercenary. I think that's somebody who is ambitious and wants to win and looks at the pathway of 2 clubs and quite rightly picks the right one. We can't say we don't want Gyökeres because he's saying, I want Champions League football. We should be saying, okay, well, we're focused on our own battle, and if we get the Champions League, the buzz of that, we go, let's go and get Gyökeres. I'm happy with that. That's the way I would go with it. The intriguing thing for me is that we keep being linked to him, and we have got this opportunity in the final that 2 weeks ago, I don't think anybody was predicting that we were going to get through Bilbao so comfortably. And a lot of people said that was the final. So, look, we have to turn the Spurs game into a win. We have to turn that into the final. But I have got no problem at all with Man United winning that Europa League final and then going after Gyökeres. And I don't know why anybody would, because he wants to play in the Champions League. I mean, is that not the message coming out about Liam Delap? He wants to see what's on offer at the end of the season as well. I mean, Liam Delap's not there going, I'm going to Man United, I'm going to Man United. He's going to look at the options, and if Chelsea are playing in the Club World Cup and in the Champions League, he's probably going to sign for Chelsea, isn't he? Even though we've been told that we've won that race, what I'm saying is he's clearly going to wait till the end of the season and have a look. And that I think that's what everybody would do. So, yeah, I mean, Emily's right. The Gyökeres story is not something we don't know. A player like that would always want to be in the Champions League. I agree with you, Emily. I just think some people have a problem with that. And I've seen people go, wow, if he wants the Champions League, let's get Delap. But I don't see a problem. It might happen with Cunha by the sounds of it. What if Cunha speaks to Arsenal, really likes it, and just says to United, if you're not in the Champions League, I'm going to go to Arsenal. I haven't got a problem with it. I actually don't have a problem with Cunha saying to Man United, I'm going to Arsenal because they're in the Champions League and you aren't. That's our fault. Some people get very pissed off. What would piss me off about that is that we've been told he's basically coming to Man United. That's sort of what's going on here. Because we didn't reveal that story. That wasn't our source. we've reacted to this story because of a load of other people saying Cunha wants to sign for Man United and it's really close. Here we go, it's coming soon. And now we're getting he's in talks with Arsenal. So I'm sort of like, I'm not pissed off with Cunha if he signs for Arsenal. He's got every right to speak to every club he wants to speak to. I'll be pissed off with us being led up the garden path that apparently the deal was very close to being done. But honestly, if I hadn't heard what we've all heard, that this deal's very close, I expect Cunha to sign for Man United because that's what we've been told. If I hadn't heard that, I'd be sat here going, I think we need to win the Champions League to get him. Because if other clubs like Arsenal and Newcastle want him and they can offer him Champions League football and they're better than us, why would you not choose them over us? I don't have a problem with that. You know, for me, Man United's the be-all and end-all, but I understand in the modern game that footballers aren't fans. And I understand that you're going to go where you can play the best football with the best team in the best tournaments. I don't have a problem with that at all. If Cunha chooses Arsenal, I don't have a problem with it. Logically, I completely understand it. But the problem is we've been told he's going to choose us, and that's what will piss me off. What's gone wrong there then? Because I don't think the journalists have got it wrong. I don't think Fabrizio Romano puts it out there that here we go's coming soon, and then Cunha signs for Arsenal if we don't win the Europa League. I think something's gone wrong at United, if that happens. But I still stay true to we've had too many people saying that Cunha wants to come to United. So I think it will still happen, but of course it's a concern. And it's the same with Gyökeres, and it's probably the same with Ederson, and it's probably the same with Frimpong, and it's probably the same with any other player that we're going to get. I think you've got to, the Bilbao leads to more than Bilbao. It leads to a lot more than that. Goldbridge, that's the end of the clip. I'm sure you enjoyed it. In fact, I bet that's the best clip you've ever watched. So there's no reason not to subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a clip again. In fact, smash a like on the video because we all know only legends like videos and you are all legends. So please smash a like on the video and we will see you again on the next one. Thank you very much for watching as always.